Welcome to your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Tuesday, March 24. The search is continuing for a St. Lucie man who went missing at sea today. According to police, they received a report just after 2 p.m. that the man, said to be in his 30s from Josie Hill, went swimming in choppy waters at Little Bay, St. Lucie. He was last seen swimming by a group of 3 men who were with him earlier. Investigations are continuing. The Queen Elizabeth Hospital has an adequate supply of personal protective equipment for staff who will be working on the front line to combat COVID-19. This assurance came from the QBH's Executive Chairman Juliet Sutherland-Bino, who said that ensuring the hospital has at least 3 months' supply in stock is just one of the steps taken to ensure that staff welfare is maintained throughout the journey. She added that with the government's and the private sector support, more supplies are coming into the island as China and other supply chains begin to reopen their borders.
The issue of personal protective equipment is so critically important. So we know we have enough, we have in stock, we've projected, we've done modeling, and we've projected the stocks needed for over the next 3 months. But it's important to understand that that stock will last as long as people use the correct procedures. So if fear causes you to double glove or triple glove, it means stock that should last for 3 months will only last for 1 month. If fear causes you to take the supply of N95 masks and you're not leaving it for people, so fear and anxiety is something that we have to really support.
Health authorities report only 1 new case of COVID-19 in Barbados today after 16 suspected cases were tested by the Best of Santos Public Health Laboratory yesterday. This brings the total number of cases of COVID-19 in Barbados to 18. Officials say contact tracing in respect of the newly diagnosed case related to a 36-year-old man has begun to identify all those with whom he would have been in close contact. Barbados could soon be getting several specialist nurses and doctors from Cuba as government ensures it's able to adequately treat patients of the dreaded COVID-19 virus. At the same time, Barbados Today understands that the country is in the process of securing some of the Cuban interferon drug, which has been touted as being effective in providing treatment. The Cuban ambassador to Barbados has confirmed that the 2 countries are in discussions. During Monday's debate in the Senate, Foreign Minister Senator Jerome Walcott, who expressed concern about the pandemic, says government has been exploring possible assistance.
We've seen Jamaica, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Dominica going for Cuban people, Cuban nurses and doctors to assist them. So that is the role of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in this regard. It is not that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is taking on any role with health, as was said by certain persons on some Facebook page. In addition, there's a lot of talk in terms of treatment of COVID. And the jury is out. There are some drugs that we've used for treatment of malaria that have been shown to be useful. There have been certain antiretrovirals which have been useful. But there's a lot of excitement about interferon alpha B, which is coming from Cuba. And interferons have been around for a while. They're used in viral illnesses.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Craft Center. Kick off the weekend this Friday from 4 p.m. to midnight with loads of food, drinks, and entertainment. Get ready for Crop Over with the Rhythm Root Street Parade. Party like it's Kadooman Day on the street around Pelican Village with costume reveler, music, and more. It's Festive Friday. It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Village Center from 4 p.m. to midnight. Admission free.
To regional happenings in Guyana, the People's Progressive Party rubbishes calls for fresh elections and vows not to recognize President David Granger if he is returned to office. Handel Duncan of HGP-TV News has the details.
While President David Granger has acknowledged that he will abide by the outcome of the ongoing court battle, the People's Progressive Party civic over the weekend threatened that should the president return to power, he will not be treated like the president of Ghana.
And Granger needs to understand that we will treat Air Finale, should he swear in, we'll treat Air Finale as the president of this country. Yeah.
According to the General Secretary of the party, Barry Jagdeo, it will not be business as usual.
Wherever he goes, he will be met with protests. He will not be speaking on our behalf. We will urge people to stop paying taxes. We will not be part of any parliament, etc. We're going to take this resistance to a different level.
Jagdeo said he did not want to be comprehensive about the PPP's plans right now, but there are lots of things planned. Additionally, the PPP is not interested in fresh elections.
We're not going to new elections. I hear them calling for new elections. You have to count the results of these elections. You have to count the results of these elections. We're not going to new elections. The way people voted on March 2nd must be counted.
Jagdeo was speaking to party supporters outside GCOM in Kingston. The supporters continue to gather despite warnings to adhere to social distancing in light of the COVID-19 pandemic.
On the international scene, the New York governor has pleaded for medical supplies, warning that COVID-19 is spreading in his state faster than a bullet train. He said the federal government was not sending anywhere near enough life-saving equipment to confront the crisis. New York now has over 25,000 confirmed virus cases and at least 210 deaths.
The increase in the number of cases continues unabated. As a matter of fact, the rate of increase has gone up. We have the most sophisticated people you can get doing projections on this. They've been studying projections from China, South Korea, Italy, places all across this country. And what they're now seeing is that the rate of cases, the rate of new infections, is doubling about every 3 days. That is a dramatic increase in the rate of infection. And this whole discussion all along has been how fast does the rate of increase spread? And can we slow the rate of increase? We're not slowing it, and it is accelerating on its own. One of the forecasters said to me, we were looking at a freight train coming across the country. We're now looking at a bullet train because the numbers are going up that quickly.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.